Are you lost? Come in. Come into this weird little room. We're going to play a game called Only Connect. I'm going to ask some questions, and you won't know any of the answers. But that's OK. There are no prizes, I can't hear you, and consciousness is finite, so nothing matters anyway. Let's meet the teams. On my right, Douglas Thompson, an Oxford English graduate who can name every king and queen of the British monarchy and was once caught up in a Turkish rebellion. Khurram Rashid, an English and drama graduate who is attempting to break a world record by travelling through every London tube station in the fastest possible time. And their captain, Mark Seeger, a modern languages graduate who once scored -200% on an exam he sat on a student exchange programme in Belgium. United by their passion for all things European, they are the Europhiles. So, Mark, what's your favourite thing about Europe?
I think the fact that you've got so many countries in a relatively small area. It's, that have all got very diverse sort of cultures and things going on.
And what are the main diversities between, say, Belgium and Luxembourg?
I've not made it to Luxembourg yet, so I wouldn't be able to comment. Although I did once have a Luxembourgeoise housemate, and she said it was basically just an extension of Belgium.
Excellent. And the first time Luxembourgeoise has been said on the show, so congratulations for that. Good luck tonight. You will be facing, on my left, Hamish Galloway, a Cambridge maths graduate and fellow of the Institute and Faculty of Actuaries, who came second in a national maths competition at the age of 15. Nick Latham, an Arsenal supporter who enjoys live music and once attended 40 gigs in 1 year. And their captain, Davina Galloway, a civil servant and magistrate who met her husband Hamish at a music quiz and was once bitten by a scorpion. United by their DNA, they are the relatives. Although I'm hoping that Mr. and Mrs. Galloway aren't united by their DNA. Tell us, Davina, how you're all related.
Nicholas is my son. I'm the only person that calls him Nicholas, but Nicholas is my son and Hamish is my husband.
And do you think we'll be seeing family bickering tonight?
Absolutely.
I'll look forward to that. Let's start the quiz. In round one, I simply want to know what is the connection between 4 apparently random clues, but the fewer clues the teams need to see before giving me the right answer, the more points they get. Relatives, you won the toss, so you'll be going first. Please choose an Egyptian hieroglyph.
Twisted flax, please.
Twisted flax. What is the connection between these clues? Here's the first.
Next. Next, please.
Well, to the vitalize is I'll take the next one.
Next, please.
Nuclear power, no thanks. So that's the symbol with the.
They got the symbol.
Bed. I don't know what the teletype is.
Next, please.
Flag of Argentina. But I don't know what's in the middle. We've got a
5 seconds.
There's circles, things in the circle.
They've got circles in the middle of them.
That's not the answer, I'm afraid, so I'm going to go over to the Europhiles for a possible bonus point.
Do they all have the sun on them, or depictions of the sun?
They have pictures of the sun with a face on it. They all have that.
Oh, right.
But they do all feature the sun, yes, the Teletubbies do. Tub of Vitalite, it's got the sun with a pair of sunglasses, I think. As John Finnemore would say, to protect it from what? Itself. And nuclear power, no thanks, was a badge, wasn't it, with the sun? It said that on it. The flag of Argentina has the sun on some stripes. So you get the bonus point, Europhiles, and you get the chance to choose your own hieroglyph.
Water, please.
Water. What is the connection between these clues? Here's the first.
Right, New Year, 1 a.m. Anything? Anything there? No. Next. Chinese New Year, 1 a.m. Something that happens at
it could be time zones, different time zones.
I suppose so, yeah. New Year at 1 a.m. here would be in the Atlantic somewhere. Next. Diwali, 1 a.m. I don't know what this is. Should we take this one? Does anything happen in Diwali? Next. November midnight.
5 seconds. Don't know, so there's a possible bonus chance for the relatives now.
It's the latest you're allowed to let off fireworks in the UK.
That is it. That is when the letting off of fireworks must stop. It's the moment when the fun stops on all those firework-friendly occasions. So you get the bonus relatives, and you may now choose a question.
Eye of Horus, please.
OK. What connect these clues? The time starts now.
No, it's just a sort of B, sort of B symbol. We'll try next. Yeah,
Next, please.
I've no idea what that is, so I will take another one.
Next, please.
Lawrence sporting tries. Well, he was a rower in the boat race, but is that he got his oars? I imagine he got an oar, but whether that fits in with anything else, I don't know. I'll take the next one.
Next, please.
Rare state blue. So you got a blue. It's a blue.
We think they're all blue.
The answer is blue. Yes, Hugh Laurie got a blue for rowing when he was at Cambridge. Rare steak is known as blue. The blue note is flattened. And what about the second one, Poliomatus icarus?
No idea.
It's the common blue butterfly. They are all blue, so well done. And Europhiles, it's your turn.
2 reads, please.
2 reads. The music question. You'll be shouting next when you want to hear the next clue this time. Here's the first.
This is Maximo Park. It's called Graffiti. Okay. Next, please. It's umlauts. It's umlauts. There's an umlaut of the Isle of Maximo.
Okay.
These acts all have an umlaut in their name.
That's absolutely right. Coming in after 2 clues, you get 3 points. Gratuitous umlauts. You heard, I think you said Maximo Park and Motorhead. You would have heard Blue Oyster Cult, or perhaps Oyster Cult. And the last one would have been Spinal Tap. Back to you, relatives, for a choice.
A horned viper, please.
Horned viper. This is the picture question, so you'll be seeing pictures. What connects them? Here's the first.
Right, I don't know what that is.
Okay, next, please.
Next. That's the computer that took on people in jeopardy. What it's called, I don't know.
Okay.
Go for next.
Next, please.
That's Lucy Lowe. She's Watson in elementary, but...
Try it again then.
Next, please.
Oh, it's Watson.
Yeah, it is Watson. Yeah, take it.
Yes.
Okay. Watson.
The answer is Watson. Yes, that's Emma Watson in the last picture. And you recognised Lucy Liu playing Dr. Joan Watson in Elementary. Was it a revolutionary feminist move? They actually cast a woman to play the submissive assistant. And the second one, Watson, is the name, of course, of the computer quiz contestant played on Jeopardy. They brought that computer in to try Only Connect. It simply exploded. And do you want to have a guess now at the first one?
I was wondering whether it was Crick and Watson, but it's something to do with DNA.
You're basically right. It's the base pair, the Watson and Crick base pair. It is named after those people, so very well done. And one question remains. It'll be the lion for you, Europhiles. Time starts now.
Ronizovic, Croatian tennis player. Next. UAE, I don't know how that connects with Goran. 7 parts, isn't it? No, he doesn't, no. Next. Unimaginative. Is Goran sometimes called boring Goran? I don't know how that connects with the UAE. Next. Verisimilitude. Okay, so wheel appearance.
5 seconds.
No.
Don't know it, so it's the last bonus chance of the round for you, relatives.
Have they got either asteroids or maybe people who are sort of magicians in the middle of the names, hidden in the middle of the names?
No, they haven't, but next series we are definitely going to construct that question. No, now, it is to do with the words, so you were right to look for that, Hamish. With this question, as the poet Yeats would say, a terrible beauty is born. If you look at them, you will see they all alternate vowels and consonants. The name of Goran Ivanisevic in the United Arab Emirates, and the words unimaginative and verisimilitude. Vowels and consonants, one after another. At the end of round 1, then, the relatives have 3 points, the Europhiles have 4. In round 2, there are sequences, and this time the teams may see only 3 clues because I want to know what comes forth. Relatives, you'll be going first again. Which hieroglyph would you like?
Eye of Horus, please.
OK, you'll be seeing the first of a sequence. I want to know what would come fourth. Time starts now.
Beijing 2000. Well, no, that's who won the Olympics. We'll go next.
Next, please.
Rome. 2000. Well, no, Rome hasn't been an Olympic city, so it's not World Cup.
Next, please.
No, so what happens in 4-year intervals as well? G7 conference 2012.
5 seconds.
Okay, take 2012 and take London.
2012 in London.
Not the answer, I'm afraid, so you could get a bonus Europhiles.
It's the Sochi 2014.
And that's wrong on many counts. No, the answer is Paris 2012.
People finished second
It
in the
is to do with the Olympic Games, but it's the places that came second in the bids. So in 2012, Paris came second. The winner was, of course, London. So no points there, but Europhiles, you may choose a question.
Okay. 2 reads, please.
2 reads. What would come fourth in this sequence? And they're going to be picture clues. Here's the first.
So, see, that's Lala. OK, next. Is that a quarry or a marmar? It's not going to sound like a marmar or a nana. Okay. Next. That's Hawaii. Hawaii is that H-A?
Yes.
L. So it's L-H-I-J-K-L. No, so it's H-A-J-A.
5 seconds.
The musical note fa.
Not the right answer, I'm afraid. So there's a bonus chance for the relatives.
Do we have anything? We've got some musical note T then.
T.
That's not it either. Now, I'm going to tell you that I would have accepted the answer kangaroo. And you're going to think that you're right, it's about the beginnings of the words, but it's not. It's about the ends of the words. La ends in a double A.
Double A, double E, double I, double I.
What's in the second picture?
I'm not sure what's
Scree.
Yes, it's some scree ending in a double E, Hawaii in a double I, and I needed something that finished with a double O, for example, kangaroo. Relatives, it's your turn again. What would you like?
Horned viper, please.
Horned viper. What would be the fourth in this sequence? Here's the first.
Next,
They've never
please.
been in that order, so it must be people's names. J-H, so E-R-G, anybody? J-H, anybody?
Next, please.
Leonard James, is that the names of the Blair children? The one's the youngest one, isn't he? Leo.
3 seconds.
You answer. Hamish to answer.
No, we have nothing.
Nothing? OK. There's a chance for you then, Europhiles.
Charles Andrew Edward.
That's not it. The answer is Margaret Hilda. Why is it Margaret Hilda?
Middle names of...
Full names of
Prime Minister.
ministers.
Yes. Now, here's the fiendish thing. Edward Richard George, those
Ted.
are the names of
Ted Heath.
Ted Heath. James Harold is Harold Wilson. Leonard James is James Callaghan. And next will be Margaret Hilda Thatcher. It's a very strange thing that of the 6 Labour Prime Ministers there have been, 3 of them have had the first name James, but none of them used it. The only one that was called James, James Callaghan, is actually called Leonard. Europhiles, it's your turn.
Twisted Flax, please.
The Twisted Flax. What is the fourth in this sequence? Here's the first.
OK, Michael wasn't. He was Children's Laureate. Next. Anthony Brown. Oh, they're all children's laureates. It's going to be Mallory Blackman now, isn't it? Yeah. OK. Mallory Blackman.
Coming in after 2 clues, you get 3 points. The answer is Mallory Blackman. And why is that?
They're the 4 most recent holders of the Children's Laureate position.
That's right. And the current Children's Laureate, Mallory Blackman, will be next in the sequence. Well done. Back to you, relatives. The last choice of the round.
Water, please.
OK. What would be the fourth in the water question? Here's the first.
Monaco, no, next.
No, next, please.
Yeah, but what the... how are they in order? Yeah, take next.
Next, please.
Dromedary, how many? That's a Bactrian would normally be the next one, but why would the dromedary's got one hump? Why would the Bactrian having two humps be next in the sequence?
Would it be something with no humps then?
Is there something with no humps then? There's a llama. How many humps does a llama have? No, but it's just got to be Bactrian, surely, in that family. Yeah, go for Bactrian.
Bactrian.
The answer is Bactrian camel. But you don't know why, you don't know the sequence.
Well, I thought dromedary had one hump and the Bactrian had two, which would mean the guanaco had -1 by this.
Yeah.
Which seems somewhat unlikely.
Yes, no, it's simply size. They're all camels, or at least they're all of the family Camelidae, and we're going up in size. So, bigger than a dromedary, a Bactrian camel. I suppose its extra hump adds to its size. I'm not sure how they calculated it. But, you know, this is a very careful show. I'm sure our question editor was out with a tape measure going around the humps, and the answer is Bactrian camel. OK, Europhiles, only the lion remains. That'll be for you. What is the fourth in this sequence? Here's the first.
Zidane. Oh, is it going to be World Footballer of the Year? Yeah. OK. Next. Oh, it is. It's World Footballer of the Year, isn't it?
Is it him after
Messi? Is it Messi? Who's the guy who won it just recently? The only one I can think of is Messi, who's won it recently. I think he was last year.
If he's in Marino,
Should we go for that?
I've got no clue.
Should we go for that just now? Okay. Lionel Messi.
I'm afraid that would not work as a sequence, so I'm going to show the third clue to the relatives.
I'm quite happy to say it's a fellow Welshman, it's Gareth Bale.
It is local Cardiff boy Gareth Bale, quite right. Can you explain why that is?
Yeah, it's the most expensive players in the world. Zidane was 50 million, Kaka was 58 million, Ronaldo was 80 million, and Gareth Bale is 86.5 million.
You're pretty close on the numbers. It's record breakers for the transfer fee. Each one of them broke the record. Zidane, apparently, 46.6 million was the fee, and Gareth Bale, 85.3 million. Well, you're a football fan. I mean, what does he do for that? Can he juggle?
He's just very good at scoring goals.
OK, well, worth every penny, 85.3 million Gareth Bale is the right answer. Well done. That means at the end of round 2, the relatives have 6 points, the Europhiles have 7. Time for the connecting wall. This time we have 4 groups of 4 connected clues, but they're all jumbled up, so it's a blizzard of 16 that the teams have to sort back into those neat groups. You'll be going first this time, Europhiles. Lion or water?
Lion, please.
OK, you have 2.5 minutes to solve the lion wall, starting now.
Right, OK. Downton, presumably Downton Abbey. Is there any other abbeys here? Possibly not. OK, Fields. Gotham City.
Sin City.
Sin City.
Emerald City.
Emerald City. Yes.
Fictional City.
Cloud City. No, these look like they are. Princess City. Elephant City. Dark City.
Field City. Dark City.
Dark City? That's the one I just
That's
did.
go give it a go.
No, maybe there's got 5 now. I'll try it with. Try it without dark.
I think pear and dark and blonde are in terms of beer or ale or something.
Oh yeah, pear, blonde, dark, and.
Pear and oval both go as shapes as well.
Oh yeah, pear, dark, blonde, emerald. Oh, cloud.
Yes.
Mark for you.
Yeah, that's me. I don't think it's me there. Hill. What else? Princess. What could? Chantilly cream. Chantilly. What's that song? Chantilly lace.
About halfway through.
Blonde.
Oh, jam is
Pear. Jam jar.
The jam.
Sim. Oh dear.
London.
Okay. I mean, Downton. What can that be other than Abbey?
no idea. Don't think it could be.
Old Abbey. Old Abbey. Princess Abbey. No. Okay. Pear.
The oval.
Oh goodness, yes. Cricket grounds, maybe.
Yes.
Dark City. Should we try the cities?
Yes.
Gotham City, Sin City, Dark City.
Clouds, Emerald City.
Emerald City. We'll try that. Which one?
30 seconds.
Okay, Pear City. Oval City. Okay, cushion. Pin cushion. Things it is. Sit-on. Cushion.
10 seconds now.
Hill. Jam. Dark. I'm just reading them out.
Yes.
Cloud. It's like data storage.
So that's it, I'm afraid. Time's up and the wall has frozen. It is a particularly horrid wall, but there are still plenty of points available for the connections. So let's resolve the wall. OK, the first group. Mark, Jam, Fields, Hill.
I don't know if it fits all of them, but can they all be preceded with strawberry?
Yes, they can. What about the next one? Chantilly or Chantilly, Downton, Princess and Blonde.
It could be lace, because there's chantilly.
I do need to press you for an answer.
Lace.
Lace.
They are types of lace. What about the next one? Oval, cushion, pear, emerald.
Are they shapes of jewellery?
I think I'll take it because they are cuts for jewellery. Specifically of the stone, of a diamond would be cushion cut or pear cut, but that is a cut of the stone for the sake of jewellery, so I'll accept it. And the last one, Sin, Gotham, Dark Cloud.
They're all
cities.
called something
Well,
city.
They're fictional
Yeah,
cities.
they're all fictional places called that city.
They are the fictional cities, and you kept putting emerald in the group. You never had those four. So, you got no points, I'm afraid, for finding the groups, but you did get 4 points for the connections, so that is a total of 4. Time to bring back the relatives and see if we can break up their happy family dynamic with a horrible wall. You're going to get the water wall, and you've got 2.5 minutes to solve it, starting now.
Einstein and Go-Go. No, what else have we got? Scion's a computer.
Okay. Paladin. No.
Well, Scion and Mac and Wizard a computer.
Powerbook.
Try it. What else have we got?
Wizard. Give me another one.
I don't know. So let's just try
Well,
something else.
monk, priest, paladin, aren't they all religion?
Monk. Priest. Where are you going on that, Nicholas?
Well,
No, okay.
priest, paladin, monk, and take something else off there.
No.
There's only one right now, is
Take
Rick
some on
one.
the end.
Well, there's Rick, all the other Ricks that you've got there. Mona Lisa, Lisa Simpsons. There's no more Simpsons out there, are there?
Monks or something.
Performer must be a computer.
Powerbook. Can you see anything? What goes with a go-go then, other than Einstein? Newton. Einstein. Monk.
Well, no, because that's what you're looking for, isn't it?
Yeah, okay.
Well, it's the Great Bard.
Well, what other Waller is there? Rick Waller?
Amanda Waller.
Yeah.
Amanda Waller's from
Who's Amanda Waller?
Superman and such forth.
No, think about this logically. You've got...
Well, let's just try some of these.
No.
You've got a minute left.
What about Pussy Eagle or someone a go-go from James Bond or something there? Okay, keep thinking.
Wizards, they all have hands.
Monk, wizard, and priest all would sort of want to be in the
30 seconds
same
now.
sort of thing.
There's Judas Priest, there's...
Whiskey Mac, Whiskey Galore. Whiskey Go-Go.
We'll try that. Yeah.
Okay, go
About
back.
5 seconds now.
Just
Look, what's Paladins?
And that's it, the time is up. The horrible wall has won your first encounter, but plenty of points available for the connections in the groups you didn't find. Let's see if you can spot them. So let's resolve the wall. OK. Monk, Tatum, Peterson, Waller.
The piano players, jazz players like Fats Waller.
That is another Waller. Fats Waller, they are jazz pianists. It's Thelonious Monk, Art Tatum, Oscar Peterson and Fats Waller. And the next one, Wizard, Bard, Scion, Paladin.
go with computer, old brands of computer.
They are not all brands of computer. Now, I wonder if any of our viewers have any idea what this might be. It's Dungeons and Dragons and fantasy gaming. They are characters that you can choose in fantasy games to play. That was that one. OK, what about the next one? Mac Galore, a go-go priest.
I'm thinking,
Whiskey.
yeah, whiskey. Go for whiskey.
The answer is whiskey.
Whiskey, huh?
It's priest you weren't familiar with.
Yes,
It's a
yes,
term
at all.
coined by Graham Greene to mean a priest who, you know, sort of rather weak moral character, but preaches otherwise, a whiskey priest. And the last one, Powerbook performer Lisa Newton.
Apples, to do with apples.
That's what it is. They are former Apple products. That's what it was.
Well done.
So, unfortunately, no points for finding the groups, but you do get 3 points for the connections. Let's see what that does to the scores going into round 4. The relatives have 9 points, the Europhiles have 11. And if you could have solved those walls for 10 points each, why not have a go on our website, where you'll find plenty you can play, or even write your own. But we're going to play the Missing Vowels round, fingers on buzzers. The first group of 4 clues are all cities in Japan. Europhiles.
Yokohama.
Correct. Europhiles?
Sapporo.
Correct. Europhiles?
Nagasaki.
Yes. Don't know this one. It's Funabashi. The next group are all euphemisms for go to the lavatory. Relatives?
Powder one's nose.
Correct. Europhiles?
Visit the little boy's room.
Correct. Relatives?
Use the facilities.
Correct. Europhiles?
See a man about a dog.
And that's the end of that lovely group. Next category are all scarf wearers. Relatives?
The snowman.
Correct. Europhiles?
The Fourth Doctor.
Tom Baker, of course. Relatives?
Penelope Pitstop.
Yes. Relatives?
Isadora Duncan.
That's right. That is the end of the quiz. And looking at the final scores, the relatives have 14 points and the Europhiles have 17. So Europhiles, well done. You're straight through to the next round. Relatives, you're not out. You'll get another chance later in the series. So good luck with that. And that's the end of the quiz. We're going to leave the Europhiles to celebrate and the relatives to lick their wounds, which I can guarantee will be tastier than the vol au vents on offer in the green room. And on that revolting note, goodbye.
Stay with us here on BBC4. We join Susie Klein for the final part of Rule Britannia next, as romanticism, choirs and the escape of communal singing blossomed in Georgian England. Music, mischief and morals coming up in just a moment.